partnership dinner is really a gathering of people who believe in the same cause. And the same cause here we are is actually the same cause that Sandy once shared with me about a year and a half to 2 years ago about what is it that we can do to build the creative economy sector. And we looked at it that there are many aspects of developing creative economy sector. However, if creative economy has to be a big sector in 2045, which is Indonesia must, we have to realize that the leaders of 2045 are today in schools and universities. They are not yet in the workforce. The future leaders of 2045 who will make that happen. It would be very unfair we give them a task to do, but we do nothing to train them up. So capacity building is at the heart of how we will achieve Indonesia 2045. And if creative economy is considered to be one of the locomotive engines of the economy at that time, we have to start now.
I think the core of this partnership dinner is looking forward to creating creative economy as a backbone and as the future of Indonesian and the world's economy. We have made a lot of progress. We are now, in terms of contributions to GDP, number 3 in the world, at around 8%. And when Sachin about 18 months ago said that let's do something to celebrate it, and we want to create something of a collaboration of an existing festival that celebrates creative economy, and it has to touch the next generations of leaders. That's why we created this IndoFringe festival, the largest and the most in terms of participants of festivals. I'd like you guys to be a part of it, and like the story of this house, this is the house that inspired us to start my business from 3 employees. Right now the business is still being managed by professionals, but it now employs 30,000 employees. I believe the same stories with the creative economy, and many of the young leaders would come up from these festivals, and I'd like you guys to be part of it.
Basically, IndoFringe is an economic and social movement to trigger the creative economy. So we wanted to define what exactly do we do. We are not here to just entertain the masses. We want to be a trigger to the creative economy so that we are able to create economic and social impact, which means measurement, seeing the numbers, being able to measure and therefore choose what are the actions that we support is a very much an integral part of how we build IndoFringe. We also want to make sure that it is an inclusive and sustainable economic and social footprint for the performing arts sector in this country. As you may know, for a lot of people, this sector is a hobby. Then we can hold a fringe festival in Indonesia in 20 cities and 50 cities. And that's our real goal. We want to be holding a fringe festival across the whole country. And it may not be at the same time, it may not be simultaneous, it can just be throughout the year. And that's the spirit of choosing a fringe festival as the framework for being the engine of how we grow everything that we do. Okay? We are doing 4 big events this year. We are starting with an Indonesia International Day, which is to celebrate 75 years of diplomatic relations with many countries. Some of you are already here, India, US, UK, so many countries are celebrating. Basically, 2 things that we want to focus on. These are our main goals. We must hyper-localize the creative economy in the various schools, various cities that we operate. That's the message Sandy has given us. And my job is, while doing that, how can we help them convert hobbies into careers? So if we do these 2 things, it will really have an impact in building an economic footprint in each of the areas we go to. It's a way to simplify a much larger vision and mission, right? 2 things that we want to focus on. Next. So we are building resources in the schools through a training program. So we have an 8-week training program for 10 kids in a school. They are divided into teams. So that's collaborative learning. 2 people in production, 2 people in talent management, 2 people in sponsorship, 2 people in promotion, 2 people in environment and security. So that how do they make sure garbage is collected properly and not littering the venue, and protecting the environment. So it's very well designed program. And with this program, the school then has to have experiential learning. They talk to mentors who give them more inputs of how they can do a better job. That's why many of you are mentors. And the last part is they get a certificate for that if they hold a festival. So project-based learning is the key. You can learn all of this, get a certificate only if you actually conduct a festival.
Easy. Jalan-jalan ke kota Surabaya.
Cakap.
Jangan lupa beli alpukat.
Cakap.
Semoga IndoFringe selalu berjaya.
Cakap.
Salam pesona Indonesia penuh semangat.
Cakap.